A major incident has been declared along parts of the south coast of England and the Channel Islands. The storm Ciarán brings heavy rain and expected winds of up to 90 miles an hour.
It's not such a good morning for many parts of the country. I'm sure I heard you say there were winds reported or gusts of 93 miles per hour.
Absolutely right, Naga. You certainly did. Good morning, everybody. That gust of wind that Naga was talking about was recorded just an hour ago on Jersey Airport. Now, the Met Office has 2 amber weather warnings in force. This first one for the southwest is current and it runs out at 11 o'clock this morning. Wind speeds gusts 70 to 80 miles an hour. The second one started at 6 this morning, so it's just come into force, and it runs until 5 o'clock this evening. So some damaging and dangerous gusts of wind likely to cause disruption and also potentially some damage. We were talking about the Channel Islands. The Jersey Met Service has a red wind warning in force. We've already seen in excess of 90 miles an hour in open waters. It could be more than that. Some huge waves are likely. So remember, on the coasts and the coastal routes, as these waves whip up over the barriers, what you'll find is that they may well have some beach material embedded in them. So it's not going to be a pretty picture. And that's only half of it, because we've also got some heavy rain. The rain's been steadily pouring in through the course of the night, and it will continue to do so as we go through the course of today.
Good morning. Storm Ciarán brings heavy rain and strong winds throughout today, and the Met Office has several weather warnings in place. Yellow weather warnings in place across London, Surrey, the home counties, parts of Essex for heavy rain and strong winds.
A major incident which has been declared across parts of the south coast of England and the Channel Islands. Storm Ciarán is bringing heavy rain, strong winds of more than 100 miles per hour to areas which are already under flood and red danger to life warnings.
So we know that more than 300 schools have been forced to close, several airports, widespread travel disruption also expected across road and rail networks.
We can show you the view from St Albans Bay in Jersey this morning. Now, look, we've had reports of gusts of up to 102 miles per hour. 40 people who live there have been evacuated from their homes to hotels because of damage to roofs or windows of their homes. We understand flights and ferries to Jersey and Guernsey are cancelled all day, understandably, as well as Charlie was saying, schools closed too.
Let's have a look at the situation in West Dorset. So here we are at Lyme Regis, just near the harbour there. And I suppose what you get a sense of there is the impact it's having in terms of the ocean front and some of the waves coming in. I mean, in some ways, relatively sheltered there. But, Carol, you could pick up on some of this for us, because there are various counters, aren't there, about the speed of the winds. And we've had some pretty high points, haven't we, already this morning?
That's right, Charlie. We're talking of gusts of wind rather than sustained wind speeds. And of course, there's a difference. The gusts will fluctuate within the space of an hour, for example. So the wind speeds I'll give you shortly are the latest official ones that we have. But the Jersey Fire Service has just said that there's been a gust at Jersey Airport of 104 miles an hour. And there are unconfirmed reports of a tornado in Jersey last night. Now, Storm Ciarán, as we've been hearing, is bringing violent wind gusts across the Channel Islands, northwest France. It's also affecting parts of northwest Spain and damaging winds across some parts of southern England. Now, depending on where you are in the storm, so if you're in the centre of the storm, the winds are light. So Jersey Airport, we've been hearing about St Mary's in the Isles of Scilly. We've got gusts of 55, Plymouth 54, so that's in the west. As we push over to the east, Manston, a gust of 50 miles an hour. So this is ahead of the centre of the low pressure of the storm coming your way. But in the centre at the moment, the wind speed in Southampton is only 12 miles an hour. Now that will go up as the storm pushes along and the isobars tighten.
Chef, of course, morning, Rick.
Morning.
And we were all listening rather carefully, you particularly so, because your restaurants, quite a few are down there, aren't they, in Cornwall?
Absolutely, and in Dorset. And
yeah.
I think Cornwall's all right because it's up an estuary, but I'm not sure about the other one in Sandbanks.
This picture is your webcam from your restaurant in Poole and Sandbanks.
We're looking over. We're not looking out to sea. It's on the other side. It's Poole Harbour, but it's looking a bit nasty, I must say.
Yeah, I dare say everyone's sort of hunkered down a bit and made sure that all umbrellas are in,
Yes,
all that
yes.
kind of thing.
Oh, I hope they're all
But
okay.
there will be some impressive waves, I must say. You know, your Porthleven. Can you remember that famous one about 4 years ago? The waves coming right over the
Yes.
right at the end of the harbour.
And did
It'd
that
be
do
like
damage? Did that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So there are safe places for people to be. But I think today the island is really on standstill. The schools are shut, the hospital will be closed except for emergency procedures, and people are being advised to stay at home. So the advice is very much just stay indoors, stay safe, and then I'm sure we'll get more information about when people will be able to go back to their homes in the coming days.
Yeah, it makes absolute sense. Just stay in, stay home, stay safe. Megan, thanks very much. Many people waking up to storm damage this morning, especially those in the south of the UK. South Eastern Railway has posted on social media, on X, formerly Twitter, of course, to remind people to secure their trampolines. It sounds so silly, doesn't it? But obviously, wind gusts pick these up. This is one that's on the tracks that are near Hastings that have had to be moved. And as we heard from Megan, lots of damage done to roofs in Jersey. This is Andy Brown's picture of his street on social media, and you can see damage. Lots of houses along the southeast coast. This is Sally Lenton. Thank you, Sally, who emailed in this photo of Springfield Road. It's in Helier, in St Helier in Jersey, and you can see the damage there to the tree. Clean-up, actually, already begun by workers, by road workers as well, and maintaining, obviously, trying to get the roads going as quickly as possible. But, of course, the advice at this moment in time, although the roads do need to be cleared, don't go out. If you don't have to go out, don't go out if you are in one of these affected areas. Look at what's happening in Sidmouth at the moment. The storm's breaking in to the coast at this moment. Pretty high waves there. We've seen the pictures calm down across the country, though, but obviously the peaks hitting at various times. This is Sidmouth, obviously, and then we can show you the view from the I-360 tower in Brighton. It's a rather beautiful view. It's the observation tower on the seafront, so you're seeing it, obviously, from up above, but you can see the sea's pretty rough there, and obviously it's still raining as well.
Well informed. Thank you very much.
You've been kept busy this morning, haven't you, Carol?
You can say that again.
But this is when you've got something like this, you can really get your teeth into it, because it's so important, isn't it, that people are informed.
It is. It's really important, and it's really, for us, it's really exciting as well, and you have to temper your excitement because of the ramifications of the storm. So you're right.
Yeah, absolutely. Carol, anyway, you've been mega informative, as usual, so thank you. Enjoy the rest of your week.